One. And we are live on a Wednesday night, April 6th, 2022. MLB opening day eve, boys. Right out of the gate, our great friend Ricky Winkowicz. Good evening, boys. What's going on, Ricky?
Good evening, Ricky.
And there he is, Mr. David Slade, baby. Good evening from Colorado with breaking news. Friday, I will be watching this. Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern, I believe. Throwing out the first pitch for the Colorado Rockies will be our quarterback, Russell frickin' Wilson, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
I thought he was announcing his retirement on Friday.
No. You know what? After that comment, I'm going to start with you. Mr. Siciliano, how are you tonight?
Ready to roll.
Mr. Rosen.
Doing well. Looking for a good show. It's action-packed and ready to go.
And last but not least, David Slade is saying, I will be at opening day for the Rockies. You got to get me some kind of memorabilia with Russ. Something with Russ, Dave.
Yeah.
Something over there, baby. I ordered, by the way, just breaking news, I ordered already an orange and a blue Russell Wilson jersey. I'm waiting to get him in. So
all you had to do was just take Drew Lock's name off it.
No, I will never do that. No. I'll keep Drew. I'll keep.
I think you should.
You standing at the mailbox waiting for him to come?
I gotta notice that it's gonna be a while. So it's because he just got signed and official. I think they're in the store. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you should have just put a piece of tape over the
name,
rock and then wrote Wilson on the tape.
Mr. Kirkpatrick, your initial words. What's going on?
Not much, Dave. Thanks for joining. Miss you. Haven't seen, hope everything's well out there in Colorado. Willow Seasonings, check them out. Enjoy the Rockies game. That should be interesting. I got something for Kurt. He's got quick hitters coming up. And if he doesn't mention this in quick hitters, I am going to. How many quick hitters you have, Kurt?
I have about 11 with a fun one. So 11.
Okay, if your fun one doesn't have to do with this certain thing, I am going to call you out and you have to do something tonight.
Okay, fine. I probably might because I'm a little all over the board tonight, so I probably don't have what you're looking for. Mr. Okay. Verrilli, what's up, my friends? Mr. Verrilli's checking in.
Mr. Verrilli, we all know him as House. Good friend of ours.
I'm going to be honest. You know what's real nice about this? And sis, you could probably, you know me with my Broncos, right? But I said this to Hoops the other night. Like, no more, okay, like, what are we going to do? What should we do with the draft? There's just no worries anymore. It's just, let's go. Like, we don't have to worry about that anymore. What about Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett? Should we trade for this guy? What about Baker Mayfield? If the Giants get rid of Daniel Jones, what if that? No, who cares? We got our guy. Eddie Murphy saying, good evening, gents. Watching you guys and waiting for the Nets to start. Knicks Nets. Nets are going to knock them off tonight, Kenny.
Thanks for joining, Eddie. Let's hope. Hey, you know what? I'm actually hoping I want to, who cares? More losses mean better chances, an extra ball or two. I'll take my chances there.
And Ricky, our good friend Ricky, saying, I'm running a fantasy baseball game for tomorrow. If anyone is interested, let me know. So anyone want to get into this fantasy, get in touch with Ricky. Let us know. We'll get in touch with Ricky.
Thanks, Ricky.
Hey, Sis and Kenny, don't we love the smugness of Mr. Valente all of a sudden after?
Damn right, Paul. Damn right.
We're going to see if he's smug after his quick hitters.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do these quick hitters quick because I do have a lot and I want to get.
Yeah,
we got
a
full pack show with guest shows. Yep. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go Sis, Kenny, Paul. Okay. Sis, did the best team in the country win the NCAA tournament?
The best team in the country?
Yes.
No.
Okay. No. Real quick. Mary Lenny, good evening, all you K&Kers. Listening to you and watching live from the Masters. So,
thanks, Mary.
There you go. It. Awesome. Kenny,
did the,
Kenny, did the best team win the NCAA tournament?
You know what? they were right up there, top three. So I'll say yes. I'll say yes. They were a top three team in my opinion. So I'll say yes.
Eddie Murphy's saying the best team blew the game. Paul, was Kansas the best team in the NCAA tournament? Well, let me say, I'm sorry. Did the best team in the country win the NCAA tournament? I'll say it that way.
I'm going to say yes. 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said no, but today I'm going to say yes.
Okay. This question, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Yesterday morning, Jay Williams on what's the show, sis? Not Get Up, the one with Keyshawn and those guys, right? They said that Duke's assistant, I forgot his name, he's going to be the assistant at Louisville, and they said, is Coach K really going to leave Shire and all these recruits without another assistant? So he's just saying, just watch. And my question, sis, will Coach K come back to coach Duke again?
No, definitely not.
Kenny.
I agree with sis. He's done. He's a class act, like you saw in the championship game. I don't think he would pull a Tom Brady, retire, come out of retirement, retire, come out of retirement. He's gonna enjoy his retirement, and well deserved.
Mr. Rosen.
Yeah, I heard this the other day also, and Kenny just stole my thunder with the Brady comment. I don't think he will.
You know what? I'm sorry, guys. I love you guys, but I'm going against you, man. There's just no, and they said this is the quote unquote. I don't want to use excuse, but how am I going to leave Shire and the number one recruit? The number one recruits going to Louisville. You're gonna lose those kids. He does not want to go out losing to Duke, UNC like that. He's coming back. I'm calling it right now. Eddie Murphy saying, I was rooting for them to win it all. It would have been a great send-off, but he's not coming back. Sis, next one. If you are Seton Hall, would you take any of the 3 St. Peter's kids that went to the transfer portal?
I would just take the guard.
Kenny.
I'm with sis. I think I would take the guard. He looks like he could play, and I think I think he would do well. I'm not saying he'd be a superstar at Seton Hall, but I think he could be a contributing player with Seton Hall.
By the way, Kenny, Ricky's calling you out saying Jordan did it before Brady did, meaning coming out of retirement.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Mr. Rosen.
True. Yeah, I think I'm going along with the panel. I think maybe one might come over. So
okay. This one, my answer is a dead no. I'm not even going to get into it because I would spend 2 hours on this. Mr. Siciliano, would you give Aaron Judge what it looks like he's requesting, a 7 or 10-year deal?
Never.
Kenny.
No, I'm not doing it. We already got Stanton for all that money and years. We learned what it did we had A-Rod for all those years. Why would we do that with Judge? Because he's got his own little cheering section in right field. He's a good player. Is he a great player? I haven't seen that yet. Win some World Series. Be a captain. Now that Gardner's not on the team, be a captain.
Eddie's saying 6 with a team option for the 7th. Paul, what about you?
My Mets did it with Lindor, and I thought that was a mistake. I'm going to say no. I don't see how the Yankees can do that at this point.
Okay, I'm going to come right back to you, Paul, on this one. Should the Mets be worried about Jacob deGrom?
Absolutely. No question about it.
Virilli saying no way to the Judge, I believe. Kenny, should the Mets be worried about deGrom?
Oh, yes. Yes. And now they got, you can't also worry about Scherzer. So, it's like you pay all this, that's the problem with pitching these days. You get these ace pitchers, but DeGrom, he's walking on eggshells there, man. He's rough. I don't know.
Virilli saying
yes.
Virilli saying not for that type of contract with Judge. Our good friend Caleb Davis was going to be stopping in a little bit, saying I think the Pujols deal is keeping people away from the big deal. Sis, should the Mets be worried about deGrom?
Absolutely.
All right, sis, I'll come right back to you. 2-part question.
Okay.
Will Gronk play in the NFL this year? And if so, for what team?
I saw something the other day. He said he's not comfortable right now for 2022 coming back. So if he does come back, in my opinion, he's going to go right back to his girlfriend, Tom Brady.
I'm with you, sis. I heard that too, that he's not committing now, but they're saying a guy like him, he doesn't want to do camp and all that stuff. He wants to just come back and be ready for the postseason. Eddie's saying they should just put DeGrom in a closer role. He gets injured too much as a starter. Eddie's saying Gronk in Miami if he does. Kenny, what about you? Does he play this year? And if so, where?
Yes, he's going to play this year, and he's going to cheat on Tom Brady with Aaron Rodgers and go to Green Bay. That's my bold prediction.
That's a
Gronk.
nice one. That's a nice
What
one.
are you smoking, bro? Wow.
Poor.
Green Bay.
Yeah, he will come back, and his mommy lives down here near us. So I think he's going to come back and he's going to go with Tommy Boy.
We're really saying yes, I think he stays with Brady. So he's agreeing. Sis, today, Stephon Diggs, I believe it was a 4-year, $104 million deal from Buffalo. Is he worth that money?
Insane. Nobody's worth that money. Not even you. Paul Rosen's worth that money.
There it is.
Hey,
Because of the tan. Because of the tan.
Half of it.
Eddie's
He's
saying
got more
Gronk
than that
would,
money in the bank anyway. Okay.
Eddie's saying Gronk would rather come back where it's warm most of the year. Verrilli's saying Gronk to the Bears with the little bear logo. Mr.
That's
Kirkpatrick, Buffalo, Diggs, 4 for 104. Worth it?
No. I don't think that's a mistake.
Paul?
Of course he's not worth it, but you know, the market's there with now that Tyreek and Devontae and all these guys. So Buffalo probably would have lost them next year or two, and they figured let's wrap them up until 2027. So you know what? They had to come up with the bucks.
All right. Rumor is, and hopefully, listen, this is I'm ecstatic. I finally got my franchise quarterback, but now to my other team, the Knicks. We got to get a star. It's time. We got to get a star. And rumors, star Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell wants to get out. Big time with the Knicks. He wants to come to the Knicks. The father works for the Mets. He's a New York kid. There's rumors already. He wants to get out. He wants to come to the Knicks. My question, sis, is you. If it comes down to this, that the Utah Jazz are requesting our 21-year-old budding star, R.J. Barrett, do you do it?
Absolutely, positively not.
Kenny.
Who was the player? I missed it.
R.J. Barrett for Donovan Mitchell. If Utah is saying, we're not giving them unless you give me R.J. Barrett.
All right.
I like Donovan Mitchell. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Paul.
I'm trading Kurt Valente, Eddie Siciliano, Kenny Kirkpatrick, and R.J. Barrett to get Donovan Mitchell.
Paul, you know what? Listen, I love RJ, but I'm with you, man. I mean, we got to get stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm going to give them anything but RJ Barrett. Picks, quickly, top and anything. But if push comes to shove, it's so hard. We need a star. We need a star.
You're going to get LeBron. Don't worry about it.
Who's getting LeBron?
You are.
I don't want that fraud. No way. No way.
He won't be doing that now.
You heard it on the show. He's coming to the Knicks.
Oh, please.
Verrilli's asking how much is the guaranteed deal for Diggs. I want to say it's $70 million is guaranteed.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Caleb's saying Randall needs to go. Absolutely, he needs to go. And Eddie's saying absolutely not. RJ needs a Batman to the Robin. So he's saying no. All right, three quick ones, really quick. Mr. Siciliano, give me some. Will there be any foods you will be eating tomorrow because it's opening day?
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly with bananas.
Instead of Oscar, we'll start calling you Elvis.
I'm definitely going to hot dogs tomorrow night. 100%. Hot dogs opening day.
Guys eating hot dogs.
Mr. Kirkpatrick, anything for you?
No. Nothing special.
Paul,
I might do that. Luby had hot dogs the other night.
get the hot dogs, Paul. Let's do
Convince
it.
me.
Let's do it.
I might have hot dogs tomorrow.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's do it.
Eddie, Ricky's saying Yankees don't play tomorrow. No one is eating. LOL. Really saying ridiculous on the $70 million deals for Mr. Diggs. All right, sis, you start this one off. You were a baseball coach. You were a softball coach. Give me your best impression of you're a third base coach or you're the manager. You're giving a little signals tomorrow. Give me a little visual here.
Okay.
I like it. Mr. Kirkpatrick, let's go.
Very good.
Let's go.
That actually was my bunt sign when I was a coach.
That was it.
Years. Yep.
Sign it across.
There you go.
No, I got.
There you go, Kenny. There you go. There it is.
Sign it across.
And Mr. Rosen.
Okay.
That's good.
I like it. I like it. That was a
Very
good one,
good,
right?
Paul.
Couple more comments.
Thanks.
Eddie Murphy saying Yankees opening day is Friday. Mets game got pushed back to 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Virilli saying Kenny needs to eat something soft or blended. LOL.
Yeah, who's talking?
All right, and my last one. All these happened today. And I'm gonna go around the table. I need you to tell me in what order these three things went in. These three things happened. Bella got a bath at the groomer. Bella ate dinner, and Bella fell in the mud. What order did that go and happen today? Because all three were true. Sis.
Oh, okay. Bella fell in the mud. Bella got a bath, and what was the other one?
Ate dinner.
Okay.
So you're going ate dinner last?
Yeah, Bella fell in the mud, got a bath, ate dinner.
Kenny.
Bella had a bath, ate dinner, and then fell in the mud.
Paul Rosen.
Bath, mud, and then dinner.
Kenny, you are the winner.
Uh,
Mr. Bella this morning she went to get her, monthly bath at the groomer. She came home, ate dinner. And then unfortunately, when Jen went to take her out, it's muddy. So Jen slipped and the Bellster fell in the mud. So Jen's healing up. Jen's icing up a little bit.
And what were you doing when Jen took Bella out?
I was actually upstairs. I was probably in the restroom.
Getting ready for K&K.
No, it was early. I was changing. But yeah, so everybody seems good. Bellster seems fine. Bellster's good. Then she actually got a second bath because Jen cleaned her to get the mud off her. So, but Bellster's strong.
Is that it for your quick hitters?
Quick hitters are done. Mr.
How'd
Ricky.
you make out with the Mats? I forgot to ask you.
What?
How'd you make out with the Mats?
Oh, it's all done, sis. That's all cleaned up.
Nice. Not a boy.
All cleaned up. Ricky saying breaking MLB. Paddock, who is rumored to be trading to the Mets, is being traded to the Twins.
Twins are going for it with a little bit there.
yeah.
So those are my quick hitters.
Mine
boys.
for Mr. Valenti is, Paul, you haven't known me a long time. And Sis, you know me for a while, and you know I got something coming up on Saturday. Kurt's usually on the ball with this. Kurt's usually on the ball and usually puts something on the screen before the day or if it's on the day. Kurt, you are going to have to sing me a happy early birthday. Right
Well, your
now.
birthday's not today.
It's Saturday.
Oh, so what's that mean?
Get him,
Doing a
Kurt.
show after
He
my
wants us to
birthday.
acknowledge it.
How do you know I'm not doing anything for you on Saturday?
Not a boy, Kurt.
But I'll give you an early happy birthday. But that doesn't mean we last year you had your birthday. What day was your birthday on last year?
Thursday or Friday?
But right, we celebrated it the following week, didn't we?
All right.
Maybe.
Yes, we did. How do you
All
know
right,
next
I'll let you
Wednesday
go. I'll let you
something's
go.
planned?
I'll let you go.
You might have some surprises coming down to you in Maryland. How do you know?
He does. I'm gonna go to the dollar store and buy him some balloons with his name on it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But you know what, Kenny? If you want, I will give you an early happy birthday.
No.
But we plan on celebrating your birthday next week during our show.
All right.
But happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm joking.
I know. All right, those
so
are my quick hitters. I hope you guys like them.
Let's do a
Good.
quick recap of Final Four.
By the way, Ricky's saying I got a special birthday thing for Kenny Kirkpatrick. Oh boy.
Let's do a quick Final Four recap, and then we'll do what's on Sis's mind, and then start getting into baseball, and we'll bring Caleb in after we talk a little baseball. We'll bring him in as well.
Caleb, by the way, is saying happy birthday to you, Kenny.
Thanks, bud. Final Four talk, Kurt. So we had Kansas, Villanova, Duke, and Carolina. Kansas and Villanova was an undercard, you would call it, to the main event, which was Duke and Carolina. Give us a recap of Kansas Villanova, how that went.
Kansas jumped out. I mean, it was quick, like 9-0, 10-0. Villanova had a play almost a perfect game. I mean, they lost the kid Moore. They didn't score a lot anyway. They were trying to slow it down. But I still want to give Jay Wright credit. I mean, they were down by, like I said, down 10 early. I want to say were down like 16 or 18, came all the way back, got it to 6. But Kansas was just too much. I mean, McCormick was they couldn't stop McCormick inside. And Kansas was, Kansas, they were the better team, better team.
Anybody want to add anything to that game before I get into Carolina and Duke?
Yeah.
I'll ask Paul about Carolina, Duke.
Yeah, I mean, Kurt just said it all. He summarized it as well.
And this is a baseball preview show, so kind of just want to get through the March Madness real quick. But the main event, Paul, was Duke and Carolina that night, and Carolina prevailed again. What were your thoughts on it, Coach Kenny?
Yeah, it was a instant classic, if you will. It was a fantastic game. I think there were 18, 19 lead changes and 12 ties. I mean, just a back and forth, close game that we expected, and either team could have won. And I'm not saying the better team won, but it was a very, very great game. Again, I said instant classic, and North Carolina came out on top, and kudos to them. They deserved it. They really did.
Yes, I'm going to give you the championship game. Duke and North Carolina and Kansas championship game. Give us your overall thoughts on the game, and
Well, again, I think it's pretty easy to summarize this. You blew a 15-point lead at halftime. That tells me all I needed to know. They choked.
Yeah, I mean, it was Kurt. You said Duke. I remember. You didn't personally send this to me, but you sent this to Sis. You still believe Duke was better team than North Carolina. Is that correct?
I do, and I mean, listen, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm really not. But, first off, Duke had, up 7 twice. And I give Carolina credit because they kept coming back. But they were like 1 or 2 baskets away from breaking that thing open. The other thing I would say is, and again, not that it's an excuse, but there was so much pressure, again, on Duke, right? Like, one, it's like you're playing for your last game. Krzyzewski, the next game you lose, your legendary coach is done. 2, you're playing Carolina again, like in a pressure game. And I just think they had so much pressure that they couldn't play freely. And, they were right there. I mean, missed free throws. They missed like 10 free throws. I still think if they play, a best of 7, I would still take Duke. I really would.
Fair enough. Paul, I'll give you the last word with the championship game, and then we'll get into our Sis's mind.
Yeah. I mean, you have to give Kansas all the credit. And it's interesting. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about who are the best coaches left in the tournament. And you have to give Self a lot of credit. he apparently went in at halftime and just lit to his team, and whatever he said, they came out and played like gangbusters. They played like the second half of the game against Miami when they just just slaughtered Miami in that second half of the game couple of weeks ago. I mean, listen, they deserved it. They came back. I think it was Kurt, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was the biggest deficit.
Yeah, championship history. Yep.
So listen, they well deserved to come back and win like that.
Couple comments from our good friend Manny DeLima. Good evening, fellas, and happy birthday, Kenny.
Thanks, Manny.
Ricky saying, with the ending of the game, does it compare to when Michigan blew it in the championship? Meaning, I'm assuming he's saying with the calling the timeout, Weber, that they didn't have.
Yeah.
Verrilli saying, I agree, looked great against Duke. Verrilli's also saying choked big time in the second half. Looked like the fix was in to shave points. UNC beat themselves.
I have a question for you guys. I have 3 games. Where would you put this in the 3 games I'm going to give you? This game, NC State and Houston, the Jim Valvano game, and the Georgetown-Villanova game.
It's tough for me because I don't know. Like, we were young, Kurt, when those other 2 games.
Yeah,
so
I kind of remember the Georgetown game because that was when St. John's went to the Final Four, 3 Big East teams. I really don't remember. I've seen highlights and stories of the NC State. I just think that Georgetown game, I mean, Villanova had a play. They shot wasn't it like 80% from the field or something?
Something like that.
Crazy. I would say that one, to me, is still...
Yeah, I might agree with Kurt. And I think, but this one's up there because of the storyline with Coach K. So,
yeah,
George, Duke, Carolina, his last game, that's the storyline there. So, yeah, that would be my choice. Those 2, 1A, 1 and 1A. You guys want to move into what's on Sis's mind?
Sure.
Mr. Siciliano, the floor is yours, my friend.
You had 14 months ago, you had Tiger Woods in a car accident. Almost lost his leg. And now we're on the dawn this weekend of the Masters coming up. We'll go in order. We'll go Paul, Kenny, and Kurt. Paul, what do you think one of his biggest challenges will be to overcome this deficit that he had in the car accident going into this tournament?
Well, I think any athlete that comes back, whether it's a car accident or any type of injury, there's doubt. There has to be doubt in your mind. Can you do what you have been doing for the last 15, 20 years? So, yes. So that's the thing. I think mentally, is he prepared to do what he's been doing the last 20 years?
Kenny?
Yeah, Paul nailed it. Mentally, it's got to be there. Is he, just to be on the golf course alone, is an accomplishment. So I think, hopefully he has a respectful tournament. But even if he doesn't, the fans are going to be behind him. It's going to be a great scene for him. I think he'll be okay, but mentally getting there, I think, is and will be his biggest challenge.
No disrespect to Paul or Kenny, but I think Kurt will give me what I'm looking for. But go ahead, Kurt.
A couple of things. We're really saying lots of pressure on him mentally and physically. Carson with Ticket Time saying, have a good show, guys.
Carson.
Thank you, Carson.
I might disappoint you, sis.
No, I don't. If you think about it, you won't.
So you're asking me just
what is any challenge that he has to overcome? Think about it.
I mean, listen, for me, he's Tiger Woods, right? Right. I understand he's playing and stuff like that, but listen, that when you're LeBron and you're Jordan and you're, whether you're Mahomes and Rodgers and Wilson, you're there to a standard now, right? So personally, I think if he's not in this thing on Sunday afternoon. Like, I think people are really going to expect Tiger Woods is going to be in this on Sunday afternoon going for the championship. And I think people are going to be let down if he doesn't make the cut. Like, I mean, he's going to make the cut. He's Tiger Woods. So I don't know. I think I disappointed you, but I just think expectations when it's Tiger Woods, people aren't just going to be like, hey, I'm going to enjoy it. I don't think they're going to, I just think they expect him to be the old Tiger Woods and he's going to be playing for the championship game. Really saying, don't ask Kurt to think. We'll be on the same question for an hour.
Knows you well, Kurt.
That's mine,
I got
sis.
one minor thing to add. He's going to have to overcome the media asking him a million.
You guys are so far off the mark tonight.
All right, what's the answer, sis?
Think about it. He's got to walk that course. Walking physically.
Right.
He's got a gait, man. I watched it. He's limping.
Wait a minute. I swear to God, sis, while you were talking, I got this message from Mary Lenny. He's in it to win it. His challenge will be physical, walking the course.
That's my girl, man. Of course she said that.
Not his game. Hope he makes the cut and hope he wins it.
And again, obviously I'm teasing you, but he said if he's going in it, he's not just going in it to play. He's going in it to win it.
Right. And
so,
right. That's and I agree. And I think that's what the media is going to say too. Like, like they're going to expect them to be Tiger Woods of 10 years ago. So,
sis, you're right about the physicality of what he has to do if he's in it by Sunday, up to Sunday. But here's the thing. As an athlete, your adrenaline starts kicking in. That can overcome a lot of the physical issues, but the mental aspect of it. Not just
he's only been playing 9 rounds. Now he's going 18.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on. I'm going to go to.
Kenny, I got a bad echo.
We're going to go to Paul first. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to go to Paul with this one. Name the top 4 AFC teams this year coming up, 2020. In your own opinion, your top 4.
Buffalo, number 1. I think I said Denver last week or 2 weeks ago. The Chargers and I'm going to say the Titans.
Kenny?
Chiefs number 4.
Now you're muted.
Yeah.
Chiefs number 4. I'm going to go Bengals 3. Bills 2. And Kurt, better have a nice birthday show for me next week. Broncos number 1.
Let's go. Couple comments while that's coming in. Coach Breslin, what's up, guys?
What's up, Coach?
Coach Beats.
Mary saying, Ricky saying he thinks Tiger drops out by Saturday. Mary saying he played with a broken leg and won. Great point. We're really saying Kansas City. He's putting Kansas City on this list. I'm sorry, sis. Who's next?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not getting the AFC because we already know who you're going to pick. But anyway, your top 4 in the NFL.
NFC for me?
Yes, for 220.
Okay, so, wow. I'm going to go Rams 1.
Okay.
Let me just write this down.
I'm writing it down also.
I'm going to go Rams. 49ers.
Okay.
Packers. Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. Rams 1. Actually, I'm changing it up. Bucks 1, Rams 2, 49ers 3, Packers 4.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I forgot about them. Whoa, Coach Breslin is all over you, Kenny, saying Broncos. Come on, man. Chargers win that division. Go ahead, Kenny. Defend them, baby.
Coach, I think Russell Wilson, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's taking that Seattle team. That's taking that Seattle team with no line. He's never had a losing record. I want to see the Aaron Rodgers do that. I want to see the Tom Brady's deal with that. Kurt's going to be a very happy guy with Russell Wilson, and I just wish he was a Giant. That's all I got to say.
Paul, Kenny's looking to get a fudgy to whale cake delivered down here.
I was gonna say he's drinking the Russell.
Oh yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Okay, back to Paul. The Buffalo Bills. Do they get back into the playoffs, and will they win it all this year? Basically, yes or no.
I'm gonna say yes.
Kenny?
Playoffs, yes. Super Bowl, no.
Kurt?
Not Super Bowl. Playoffs, yes. Not Super Bowl.
Okay.
Beating your Broncos?
Of course. Come on. Don't even go there.
Paul?
Do you see the Giants being better this year, Paul, or the same?
My heart says one thing, my head says another. And I'm thinking with my big head, and I'm going to say no. I think they're going to be worse before they're going to get better, unfortunately.
I think Coach Breslin is all over Kenny tonight. Says he's saying to Kenny, hey, Kool-Aid, that you're drinking some kind of Kool-Aid.
That's what I just said.
Virilli's saying Bears, and the Bears. And Ricky's saying he's 3-3 in the AFC West. How is he undefeated? LOL.
Kenny, Giants better this season?
Slightly, yes. 7 or 8 wins. I'll go with that. That is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pushing it. Kurt?
Yeah. I'll give you yeah.
Okay.
We're going to have a good draft. Watch.
As long as they don't give away the number 5th pick. Paul, does Green Bay make the playoffs this year? Yes or no?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes, because that division's very weak, sis.
Exactly.
Mr. Valenti?
Yes. Aaron Rodgers. Damn right.
Go back to Paul. Will the Yankees land in 1st or 3rd place? You have to pick one of them.
I'm saying
Either 1st or 3rd.
3rd.
Kenny?
I'm going to go first.
Homer? Kurt?
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Couple comments. Coach Breslin, I think the Giants will be better. I think the culture will be better, and if they have a weaker schedule better, they will be better too. Really, that is what I'm going to say when I watch them drop game after game after game. He's talking about the Bears.
Paul, does Judge get a deal before the season or after the season?
Well, since the season starts tomorrow.
Well, I mean, it could be in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't know that.
During the season.
Right.
I'm going to say after the season.
Kenny?
Yeah, when Bill Belichick retires, Joe Judge will be the next head coach. Oh, you mean Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge will not get a.
Not Joe Judge. Put whatever you're smoking tonight, put it down.
Aaron Judge will get a deal. I just hope it's not for the money he's getting. But
Kurt?
Yeah, the Yankees are gonna do it, but they shouldn't. But yep.
Paul, who wins opening day? Your Mets or the Nationals?
Well, considering Tom Seaver isn't on the mound, or Jacob deGrom or Matt Scherzer, Nationals will win opening day.
Yankees or Red Sox, Paul?
I'll go with the Stankies.
Yankees, Kenny?
Yankees.
Mets or Nationals, Kenny?
Mets.
Kurt,
I'm going to go Nationals, and I'm going to go Yankees.
Paul Rosen will be a happy camper if they beat the Nationals.
They actually do pretty well on opening day.
Paul, will Beeland's Braves get back to the World Series?
I'm going to say no, and you'll hear my predictions in a little bit. So
Okay.
answer is no.
Kenny?
I'll say no as well, and I'll give you the reason why
Okay.
now, real quick. Because of the National League DH, there's going to be a lot more competitive teams with the DH rule now in the National League.
Kurt?
No.
Two more. Paul, best receiver in this class. Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. Drake London from USC. I think it's Chase Oliva from Ohio State, or the kid Wilson from Bama. Who comes off the board for out of those four? Wilson, London, Oliva, and Williams.
Well, let me say this. If Williams wasn't hurt, I think he would be the first receiver off, but I think the first receiver is going to be Wilson.
I agree. Kenny?
I agree with Paul just said. Williams is the best receiver in my opinion, but because of the injury, I'm going to go Drake London gets the first.
Right? And Mr. Valenti.
All right, I think I'm gonna answer it two-part. One, I think it's gonna be Wilson's gonna go first, but I think I'm calling this right now. North Dakota State Christian Watson is the next Deebo Samuel. They said this kid is a stud. He could do everything. Watch Christian Watson.
Yeah.
He's from North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm. Good call, Kurt.
And the last one, I want a percentage-wise, Paul. Then I'll get to Kurt. Kenny's not in on this. What percentage-wise is Mr. Kilpatrick a fraud?
God. Come on.
Fraud slayer. He's the fraud slayer.
Jeez.
Who are you asking first?
I can't answer that question. Come
You
on.
can. You can.
No, zero then.
Okay, fine.
Then
Kurt.
fraud.
There you go.
Zero.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God!
Come
I'm gonna mail the shirts on January 3rd. They get it in November. 90%. Easy.
If I'm 90%, you're 90%.
Hey, it's his birthday. Give him a
It's not
break.
his birthday
Hold
yet.
on.
Okay.
Kenny, you know I love you. I'm busting.
I know, sis.
Well,
But
sis,
here's
what's your
90%
ranking
Kurt,
for
too.
him, sis? Your ranking for him.
That's my personality to bust chops.
Well, sis, you got to give your ranking for him.
No. This is my show.
Ah,
right
you don't.
now.
Sis,
Don't try
can
In
I
his
ask?
bedroom.
Don't try to connive me into something I don't want to be pushed into, because nobody's ever done that to me in my life.
Carson's still waiting for his taste of Colonial Bakery crumb cake from last year.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we
go.
There we go.
But Caleb, hang on. We're running a couple minutes late. We're going to get you in about 5 to 10
We got a
minutes.
crumb cake war going on, Caleb.
We're going
Yeah.
to start our Major League Baseball preview, and then we're going to bring our good friend Caleb to join us with our Major League Baseball preview. And then Joey Clams, the one and only, is coming on right after Caleb Davis this evening. So
Okay.
we got some guests coming up shortly. But Paul, let's start our Major League Baseball preview. I'm going to give it to you to run this real
Okay.
quick. And then, like I
Great.
said, after we do our predictions, we'll bring Caleb in. And we'll
Thank
talk
you,
with him.
boys, for putting up with my nonsense.
No, very good, sis.
We have no
Always.
choice. Paul, another season about to begin tomorrow. So let's go around each league. We'll go predictions, each division. You'll give me the wild card teams, give me the winners of each division, the wild card teams in each league. You'll give me the league champion, and then we'll do World Series winner. We'll also do MVP and Cy Young in each league, and you'll give me a surprise team that you think might come out of nowhere, and you'll give me a team that might be disappointing. So let's go Sis, Kurt, Kenny. We'll start with your American League East. Sis, who do you think is going to win the American League East?
The Blue Jays.
Okay. Kurt, who do you think is going to win the American League East?
I'm with Sis. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm taking Toronto.
Okay. Kenny?
I'm going Yankees, and I'm going Yankees because might have a bounce back from Severino, but I do think we will make a trade at the deadline this year. Finally, make a trade at the deadline if we need pitching. So I'm going to say Yankees are going to win this division.
Okay. I'm going with Sis and Kurt. I'm picking the Blue Jays. Central Division. Sis?
I'm going to say White Sox.
Kurt?
I'm going to go White Sox also.
Kenny?
Yeah, this looks easy. This is going to be White Sox.
Yeah, I'm going to sweep the board and say the White Sox also. I think they're the class of that division by far. Go out west. Sid, what do you like in the West?
Dodgers.
No, in the American League.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. That's a tough one. Come back to me.
Okay. Kurt?
I'm going to take my team, the Astros.
Okay.
Long shot here for me. I'm going Angels.
Oh, Kenny, you read my mind. I have the Angels also.
Syndergaard and that lineup can stay healthy with Shohei on as pitching and hitter. I watch out for the Angels out there out the West.
I agree. And I think Trout is going to bounce back.
Paul, 1 second. Verrilli's saying he's having a problem with the stream. I don't see it on the phone. I see that it's okay, so I'm not 100% sure if it's on Verrilli's end, but it seems like it's okay. Ricky's saying Red Sox in the East, Minnesota in the Central, Texas in the West.
Interesting.
Fair enough. Okay. Sis, you want to...
Yeah, I didn't want to say the Astros, but they got a good team. I'll go with them.
Okay. Who are your wild card teams? And this year there are 3 in each league. So, Sis, you want to give me 3 wild card teams that'll make the playoffs?
I'm going to say Yankees, Devil Rays, Chicago White Sox.
The White Sox you picked to win the division.
Okay. So I said Yankees, Devil Rays. It's not much left. I'm going to say the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay. All right. Kurt?
You're going to think I'm crazy. I'm going 3 AL East teams. I'm going Yankees, Rays, and Red Sox. So I'm going 4 teams making the playoffs out of the AL East. I just think they're so much better than these other teams. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't think that's such a far forecast. Believe me. Kenny?
Blue Jays, Rays, and I always throw a sleeper team in there and sleeper team to get into the wild card this year. I'm going to go Detroit Tigers. Young, better team. Paul, let's do this. Let's get our World Series, and then after Caleb and Clams come on, we'll go back to our awards and stuff like that.
Okay.
So why don't we do what do we got? Why don't we hold off on what do we got left? The division?
Well, he's got the NL.
Let's do the NL. Let's do the NL, and then we'll do the championship and World Series after Caleb and Clams and their stats.
Okay, we'll go National League East. Sis?
Mets.
Kurt?
Mets.
Kenny?
I'm gonna go Braves.
He's afraid of Beeline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Braves too. I just don't have any faith
He's
in the
afraid of
Mets.
Beeline.
You're afraid of Beeline too, but go ahead.
Okay, Central, sis.
Oh God.
For really
Come back.
saying it's still happening, so for really, try to go to my page, like instead of the K and
Come
K.
back to me.
Okay,
Central.
Kurt, Central winner.
This is hard because I know Kenny knows I want to take the Cardinals, but I don't know. Something about pitching with the Brewers. I'm going to go Brewers.
Okay,
I'm gonna go Cardinals. I'm gonna take them because of the NLDH rule this year. How good are those pitchers from Milwaukee gonna be with better lineups? So I'm gonna take the Cardinals with Goldschmidt and Arenado on the ends there.
I'm with you, Kenny. I'm picking the Cardinals also.
I'm gonna flip a coin. Hold up. Heads is Cardinals. It's a heads. I'll go with the Cardinals.
Okay, sis out west. Who do you like?
Giants.
Kurt,
Dodgers.
Kenny.
We're all different here. I think the Padres are gonna have a bounce back here.
Tatis is out like half the year with his.
I know they did make a lot of moves though. They got some Mania down there, and our Luke Voigt is down there. So I think they'll be okay.
Okay, I'm going with the Dodgers, and sis, your wild card teams.
Yankees, the American League. Red Sox, the How many you want from the American League?
In the National League.
Oh, none from the American League.
We
American League.
Did we do wild cards from there?
Yeah.
I didn't write them down. So you want wild card from the National League. Cardinals. I'm going to really shock your world. The Marlins.
He took mine.
Wow.
Took mine.
The Orioles and the
down right
Marlins.
here.
I was looking over your shoulder from here. That's why I wanted to make sure I got it down. And Cardinal, Marlins, Padres.
Okay, Kurt.
I'm going to go Cardinals, Beelin's Braves, and the Padres.
Kenny.
Dodgers, Phillies, and then the Mets will sneak in there. I had the Marlins written down, but I'm scratching them off. The Mets will take them on the last game of the year and get into the wild card. All right, why don't we do that, Paul? Why don't we come back to our World Series picks so we can get Caleb in and then we can get Clams in.
That's fine.
We'll finish off with football tonight to end the show. So let me bring in Caleb and we'll throw him some baseball questions and get his predictions as well.
Okay.
There he is. What's up, Caleb? Audio. Throw him some base. There you are. What's up, bud?
Hey, Caleb.
Just doing some last minute reading before the season starts tomorrow.
There you go.
There you go.
You know, just catching up on last year.
Yep.
It's something important, but who knows? Who knows?
So we're bringing in our good friend Caleb. Welcome again. I've got a new show. Why don't you tell us about your new show real quick? Then we're going to have some questions. We'll throw some baseball questions at you, and then we'll get your predictions on the baseball season. We got a jam-packed show, so we're going to try and do this a little quick tonight. We do appreciate you coming on, and but definitely please let us know a little bit about your show that you're doing with Rocky Mountain Sports Network, our good friends over there.
We have a brand new show. It's called Between Innings. We go live on Saturday nights. We discuss recaps of the week, major news, headlines, games of the week, just different baseball things like that. Come join us, interact with us, follow us on Facebook, Between Innings, find us on Twitter, Between Innings. We're really trying to actually just got off the phone with a guy today who helps cover the Texas Rangers. So he's going to help us out a little bit there. So come follow us. We got big things coming over there.
You have a set time or?
It's going to be about 8 or 9 Eastern. I haven't figured out the exact time yet. We're working with some people in different time zones. So, we all know how that can be.
Okay. So, Caleb, if you don't mind, we got you on for a few minutes. We're going to throw some questions at you, and then after our panel questions to you, we'll get your predictions.
Okay.
I'll start off. I got a question for you. Being a Yankee fan, Paul, Sis and I are Yankee fans. Paul's a Mets fan. Who do you think will have the better season? The Yankees or Mets? A two-parter. Yankees or Mets, and will either, both, or neither make the playoffs?
Well, I'm going to make one friend on this panel, and that's going to be Paul Rosen. The Mets are going to have the better season. The Mets have the better pitching. I feel like the Mets have the healthier lineup. So I do think the Mets are going to have the better season. I think the Mets are going to make the playoffs. I have the Yankees in 4th place in my preseason predictions. So wow. I have just made no friends, and in the last minute and a half I've been on this show.
Well, let me go to Sis then for his question.
Make it good, because this will be the last time you'll be on.
That's okay. It was fun while it lasted. I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm always enjoying this.
I'm only kidding. And I don't roll that way. All right, Mr. C, who do you think will be the comeback player of the year this year? Either league.
Eugenio Suarez got traded from Cincinnati to Seattle in the offseason. They had him playing shortstop last year. I feel like he never got comfortable. 2 years ago, he led the National League in homers. So that's going to be my American League comeback player of the year.
Attaboy. My second question real quick. What pitcher on the Mets staff do you think will step in and, for the time being, take DeGrom's place?
If I have to pick a pitcher outside of Max Scherzer, I think it's going to be Chris Bassett. I think that was a great pickup from Oakland. He's a sinker ball pitcher, so he knows how to keep the ball down. I just think that was a great pickup for depth-wise. I'd also like to see Carlos Carrasco, just because if you don't know his story, he had leukemia when he played for the Indians, now the Guardians. So I'd like to see him have a good season as well.
Awesome. Let's go to Kurt, and then I'll go to Paul next.
I got a couple of comments for you. Thank you, Caleb, so much for jumping on with us. Awesome. We love having you on. I've said this the past 2 years, but I even believe it more now. When you get into postseason, you just mentioned about the Mets with the better pitching staff. I truly believe when it comes to postseason, it's playoffs. It's pitching, right? So my theory is if the Mets just get in, however they could just get in,
They're not home yet?
they are going to be – they could win it all if they just get in.
Well, assuming Scherzer and
Scherzer and DeGrom healthy.
In a 7-game series, you're facing both of those pitchers twice. So, I understand the thinking there. Severino's been hurt. They don't really have another number 2 behind Garrett Cole and the Yankees. So I just don't see the pitching.
Well, I just mean for the Mets. I just think if the Mets make the postseason and DeGrom and Scherzer are healthy, they legitimately could win the World Series.
Absolutely. Because in the postseason, and I'm interested to see with the DH how much less small ball is used. Because, it's get them on, get them over, get them in, The Mets can go win 6 straight, 1-0 games because 4 of those are pitched by DeGrom or Scherzer.
Okay, we got another comment. Same old story. Everyone's approaching the A's players. A's are the league's best farm system.
I was talking to that guy that I was talking about earlier who helps covers the Texas Rangers. He talks about all the time, this is what Billy Beane does. It would surprise nobody if somehow the A's went and won 90 games this year. That's what they do, is they find the most out of their minimal players.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And my next question is, the Dodgers by far, probably the best roster in baseball. Roberts already went out and guaranteed the World Series. Would you say if there's one team, I'm going to take the heavier favorites, right? So I'll say Atlanta, Houston, White Sox, and then I'm going to go Dodgers. Who would you say, if there's one, and I know they're in a tough division because obviously you got the Giants and the Padres there, but if one of those teams, one of those 4 teams, who's the one you would say, I don't think they're going to win that division? Dodgers, White Sox, Astros, and I'll throw in your world champion Braves.
For me, it's the Astros because, spoiler alert on my predictions, the Astros did win the division. Texas got better. The Angels got better. Seattle got better and won 90 games last year. And the Houston lost a top 3 shortstop in Carlos Correa.
Okay.
So if I had to pick, which I did, that was my only non-division winner was Houston.
Okay.
Let's go to Paul for his questions, and then Caleb, I'll throw out your predictions. I'll give you, who we got here. So, Paul, I know you got a couple questions for.
Yeah. So, Caleb, you lost arguably the MVP of the league in Freddie Freeman. Who do you think is going to have a better year, Freddie or Matt Olson for your Braves?
For individual success, I think it's going to be Freeman. Just because we've watched him do this for so many years. He's so consistent. He's got one of the sweetest looking left-handed swings. I think it's because I've seen him do it longer. I'm going to go with Freddie Freeman.
Okay. Do you like the ghost runner for extra?
Absolutely not. Terrible rule. Hashtag get Manfred out of commissioner. I think he's a complete joke. I'm not going to get into that. I posted a question on Facebook, got, between multiple pages, roughly 50, maybe 75 responses. I got 1.5 people that said Rob Manfred was a good commissioner, and everybody else had nothing nice to say about him.
Okay.
What's that? Joey Clams, I know you're in the waiting room. We're running a few minutes behind, so if you could just be patient with us for another 5 or so minutes, we'll get you in as soon as we get done with Caleb this evening from between.
Caleb, so I have a fun question. I'm into music. I like all kinds of music. Baseball always has music, whether it's walk-up music, take me out to the ball game. I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite baseball-related song?
Well, the seventh inning stretch is a classic. My all-time favorite, because this is my favorite player, Chipper Jones, always use Crazy Train to walk up. So anytime you were in Turner Field and you heard that music, you knew something was going to happen.
Yeah, I knew that in doing my research. So
you know a lot about him, don't you? Yeah, he always seemed to kill the Mets.
Yeah. You don't mind, Caleb.
Don't even go there.
Caleb, I'd love to hear your predictions if you don't mind sharing them with us. I know you got your show coming up, but can we do a spoiler? Get your predictions on the season?
Go ahead. I already have them out on our social media, so it's not anything I'm keeping to myself.
All right.
I have the Blue Jays, the White Sox, and I don't know how everybody slept on the Seattle Mariners in the West. Tampa Bay, Boston, and I fought hard to keep Boston out, but it didn't work. And also the Astros. So those are my 3 wildcard teams. And the National League, I have the Braves, the Brewers, and the Dodgers winning the division. And then we also have – who do we have? The Mets, the Cardinals, and I think the Padres. I'm going to double check on that while we talk. And I think those were our 3 wildcard teams.
Okay, and then how about an ALCS and an NLCS?
I think we're going to get a very robust Blue Jays, Rays, World's ALCS. And I think we're going to have another Dodgers, Braves, NLCS.
Okay. Real quick question for you, Caleb. A quick hitter question type. Just thought of this because you said Blue Jays. It's something I just thought about. Canadian rules, players who aren't vaccinated cannot travel to Canada. You think this is going to be a big advantage? Like, we don't know which players are vaccinated and which players aren't vaccinated, but can this be a big advantage for Toronto? Saying a couple of the ace pitchers can't pitch for, team going into Toronto and et cetera, the star players. We know on our Yankees, Aaron Judge can't go into Toronto.
So I read about this and we talked about this within our group of guys, and I was trying to figure out how we should approach this. I would not be surprised, in New York, they just recently lifted that same mandate. So I'd be surprised to see that not get lifted at some point. But that's a very interesting, and we've talked about that. And like you said, Kenny, we don't know who's vaccinated, so we don't know who this is affecting. So I don't think, unless they come out publicly and, hey, this is my vaccination status.
But I'll tell you this, though, Caleb, you're going to know who it is because when somebody's out of the lineup in a 3-game series, they're not even there. You know now who's vaccinated.
We won't know until the games start tomorrow.
Pull the muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
We won't know until tomorrow. It's not like, we had a Kyrie Irving who came out and publicly said, hey, I'm not doing this.
But you know what, Kenny? And I wonder, this is something where with all HIPAA laws and all that stuff, like if say Judge isn't, right? Like right now, we really don't know if Judge is. I mean, he's never said it, but like you're saying, he's not going to make the trip. He's not going to be in the dugout. Like, I wonder if that breaks any kind of
HIPAA's with the hospitals. Like, you can't, that HIPAA, like, we all know Kyrie Irving's not in basketball. Changing the subject for a second. You're going to know which players aren't vaccinated. There's no really rules. Like, if I'm not vaccinated, I can just come out in public and say vaccinated. There's no privacy with that unless you're in the hospital. There's rules with the hospital and doctor-patient privileges and stuff like that.
I will at least give Toronto credit. At least they're not saying, only home players can't play like New York and California, where they're like, oh, visiting players can play,
right,
but home players can't.
Yeah. Right.
Because to be honest, you listen, even in these games, they were letting unvaccinated, consumers come in the building. So at that point, what difference is, or everybody knows about Kyrie Irving, this is not a secret. What is he hurting being unvaccinated playing?
Right.
By the way, you just mentioned Kyrie Irving. Eddie Murphy has been speechless. New York Knicks up 17 at home against Brooklyn in a game Brooklyn absolutely needs to win. So Net fans, here we go.
Early, yeah.
This is baseball. This is baseball talk, and I know it. But I said it a year and a half ago that the Nets needed to trade Kyrie Irving. But
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Continue.
So let's get the question of the night. I need to know your World Series prediction.
Am I crazy for saying the Braves lost Freddie Freeman and got better?
Well, you got to add Acuna.
Well, that's what the Braves won the World Series. Acuna wasn't there; hadn't played since July.
Soroka's coming back.
Soroka will come back after the All-Star break. Ozuna's in the lineup.
Right.
Our bullpen got better. Heart attack Will Smith waiting to happen. I don't think it's going to be the closer. The Braves on July. When Ronald Acuna tore his ACL, the Braves had a 0.6% chance to win the World Series. So you're telling me come the middle of May or June, that's not a better team than what won the World Series last year?
It is.
I don't think the Dodgers lost. Go ahead, Paul. I think the Dodgers lost too much. I rarely pick back-to-back winners, but I definitely think the Braves have the team to go back-to-back because I feel like they won the World Series and got that.
But I will tell you this, and I agree with you. They do have a team, but I'm riding with Mr. Rosen. If it's Mets-Braves in a playoff series and DeGrom and Scherzer are healthy, man, I'm telling you. It's all about pitching.
The only thing I was worried about is the Mets spent what was it? Paul, cover your ears. 110 days or 111 days in first place last year.
Yeah.
They finished under 500.
Yeah.
If the Mets haven't showed us they can get there.
But it's a great if you have it, though.
Absolutely. If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean.
Listen, I love hearing all of this Mets talk. I'm a realist. I've been a Mets fan for 55 years. I've seen the good, bad, and a lot of ugly. So, yeah, I'm looking at this season as a big let's wait and see if DeGrom comes back, if Scherzer stays healthy,
But Paul, here's my one thing where I would say Met fans, this is the difference why Met fans should just be happy. Because when you always you look at the Yankees, you look at these teams, Boston, and they're always like, come trade deadline, we got to get that pitcher. Relief pitcher, you could always get a reliever. You could always go get a bat. The Mets need another bat. You'll get somebody from Texas. These teams don't win. You'll get a bat. But you ain't finding a Scherzer or a DeGrom. You're not doing it. And you got it. You got it.
Kurt, I totally agree. I said this last week when we were talking. It all depends on their health, and boom, a day later, DeGrom is out.
Paul, I want to run this by you specifically, and somebody mentioned it earlier, and I brought this up to some of my other guys. At some point, does DeGrom become more valuable as a late inning reliever?
Eddie said that. Eddie Murphy said
I know,
that.
and I saw that when y'all were talking about it earlier, and we've had that conversation. At some point, does DeGrom become, especially with Max Scherzer, you have a legitimate ace. At some point, does Jacob DeGrom become better as like a lights out closer or a late inning, 2 or 3 inning guy?
Yeah, but he couldn't be used every single day, though. I think based on the problems with his health, I don't see a guy like that coming in 2, 3, 4 straight days like relievers do now. I just don't see. I don't think he's built to be able to do that at this point.
Well, I know it's not. Well, my other question is his fatigue coming from not starting pitching until he was in the minor league level? Like, is he still having some kind of arm fatigue for not having built up this strength over 12, 13, 14 years?
No, I don't think so. Only because he's an amazing athlete.
Right.
He's probably as good a hitter, unfortunately, with the DH now, as there is in baseball. That being said, I think the fact that his body, the way he throws consistently, 99, 100, 98. I mean, a pitcher is not built like that, except for maybe Nolan Ryan.
Right.
Years. The body can just take so much, and then it starts breaking down, and that's what's happened to him. I mean, he's not a real big husky guy.
Right.
His strength is in his motion, but unfortunately, every aspect of his body is seemingly breaking down. And
I know it's not the same injury because John Smoltz was coming off Tommy John, I believe. But that's what made me start thinking about, John Smoltz got injured, the Braves rotation became legitimate, and he became the 9th inning guy. So that's why I was curious if that transition for DeGrom can be similar to that one where he just becomes the lights out closer.
I don't
Caleb,
know. I mean,
Caleb, I don't want to cut this short. We got our next guest in the waiting room. I do want to, thank you for coming on tonight. And once again, please promote Between the Innings with Rocky Mountain Sports Network, our good friends over there. And we'll definitely be working with you during the year and get you on our show. And we'll, come on yours as we can as well to help you out.
I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for having me on. Happy holidays, guys. It starts tomorrow.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
The marathon starts.
There you go. Thank you.
Between
Caleb.
the Innings, Saturday nights between 8 and 9 o'clock Eastern time. Like I said, we'll be having Caleb and the guys on from Rocky Mountain Sports, and we'll be hanging out with them as well. The baseball show. Check them out Saturday evenings.
Thank you, fellas.
Thanks, Caleb. As always.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm going to bring in our next guest who's been waiting patiently. He doesn't need any introduction, but for those who may not know,
I need an introduction. I don't know who this guy is.
The one and only in pinstripes, Mr. Joey Clams.
You know who Joey Clams looks at, guys? I want you guys all to do something tomorrow for me. Either Google or watch NFL Network and look at Ian Rappaport. That looks like Joey Clams.
Mike and Molly, that's his.
Mike and Molly. But Ian
Not even
Rappaport.
close.
He's got
That's
a little
Mike
Ian
and Molly.
Rappaport in him.
Yep.
But Joey, how you doing tonight? I'm waiting for.
You must be mad that the Yankees lost.
There he is.
Bill Mazeroski, I hate him. He made Mickey Mantle cry. He made the Mick cry. Mickey Mantle, is that what you worry about? See if your father can't pay the rent. See what Mickey Mantle does. Nobody cares. How you doing? How's it
The
going?
one and only.
Hey,
The
Joey.
one and only.
Hey, the bear man is here.
So, Joe,
Old bear, the bear man is here. Hey, I got to give a shout out to a very dear friend who's a big Met fan. Nicky Boy Calderera from Bath Avenue from Frankie DeChico's club. Go Mets. Nicky Calderera. How you doing?
Kurt, what we're going to do with Joey?
Down Rosen is up in the hizzy. Hey, Paulie, how are you?
All right, Joe.
Kenny, hold on, Kenny. I got one thing to tell you, though, Kenny. And you three guys might not know this. I know you have known in the past of, I believe, Richard Williams. Richard Williams, the father of, obviously, Venus and Serena. You obviously know of, what's his name? The Ball. What's the Ball's father's name?
Oh, LeVar.
LeVar Ball. He has LaMelo. He's got
Right.
Lonzo, and he has the other one.
Paul.
But let me ask you this. Did you guys know right now we got Mr. Joey Clams, Joey Fredette, and he's got the 2 stud softball players, one in college and one is a freshman at IC. So Joey Clams is in that Mr. Ball and Mr. Williams category.
Nice.
That's all I'm going to say.
Nice.
Very nice.
He
Yeah.
handling the
Hey.
contract.
G Money and the A Train.
That's it.
Let's go.
A-Train and G-Money. See, he's got the names.
So, Kurt, we got Joey. Joey, thanks for joining us on a Wednesday night.
No problem, boys.
I know you got something with Joey, but I want to do something with you guys first, and I'm going to add Joey to the mix. It's a little quick hitter, fun thing I came up with. It's called Bring It Back or Keep It in the Shack. These are old baseball things that are retired from baseball, and I want to know if we need to bring it back into baseball or keep it in the shack. I'll do it on the screen. I got Kurt, Sis, Paul, Clams. Stirrups, Kurt. Are we bringing them back or keeping them in the shack?
Bring them back.
Those uncomfortable stirrups. You bringing them back?
Bring
All
them
right.
back. I wouldn't wear them, but bring them back.
Sis.
Keep him in the. Take it to the zoo, Rock.
I should have broke your thumb.
Paul, you wearing those stirrups? You bringing them back?
Absolutely. I love those stirrups.
And
Without
Clams, are
question.
you bringing them stirrups back or are you keeping them in the shack?
Yeah, hey, listen, I like the Stars. I like the way they look on the UCA Bruins college baseball team. And now the girls softball are bringing back. They're wearing Stars. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you guys. I'm bringing them back. This one, I'll go to Sis first. The bullpen cars, Sis, should they bring them back or let the relief pitchers run in from
No,
the
these
out?
guys are out of shape. Let them walk in and out.
Paul, are we bringing back the cars or are we just
Yeah, I love the card. I love when Tug McGraw would be driven in and he'd flip his glove to the ball boy and then jump out of the cart. So yeah, bring it back.
Clams, are you bringing it back? Me.
I liked when they used to have the visitors. They used to have their logo on there, but there was nothing like watching Mariano, number 42, running out of center field, coming out of the bullpen to
That's
take
just saying,
them out.
man.
There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Joey Clams is old school, nigga.
And Kurt, what are you doing with the bullpen car?
I'm with Paul. I like it.
I like it too. We used to have the little pinstripes on like this
Right.
old like Buick. The Yankee players used to come out of.
Spucky Lyle coming out of a bullpen.
This one starts with Paul. The Montreal Expos. Do they need to come back?
Absolutely not. No way. They
Mr.
actually
Clam.
thought the Rays were going to move up to Montreal.
Love the
for a little bit.
Expos. Love the Expos. They look at all the plays that they had. They had the best teams, and look at all the players from all over from the Expos. Guerrero, Randy Johnson, Gary Carter, Tim Raines, Hawk. What's his name? The Hawk.
Okay.
Ray Dawson.
Kurt.
Yeah.
Keep them in the shack.
Sis, you bringing the Expos back?
Never.
I'm bringing them back with Clams. I like them. Kurt, you get this one. This one's almost extinct. It's not officially in the shack yet, but it's almost there. You bringing back the suicide squeeze / and drag bunt?
Oh, yeah.
Which you don't see.
Hell
Which you don't
yeah.
see anymore.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back to Sis.
Absolutely. I agree with Kurt. Absolutely.
Paul.
Absolutely, totally agree with you guys.
And Clams.
Oh yeah, old school small ball's the way to go. They're losing the audience in baseball right now. The average age is 51 years old for baseball. None of the young kids are watching. Small ball's the best. Bunt, move the runners over, second and third, stay out of the force and stay out of the double play.
Yep.
Kurt, I got a couple more.
Okay.
We'll do this one with Sis. The umpires, Sis. Are you bringing back the balloon chest protector?
No, they can get hurt with that thing. No, definitely not.
Paul, you're bringing it back.
No, I think umpires wearing that thing missed a lot of calls with that. So, no.
I used to, Kurt, remember us in Little League? I umpired some games.
yeah.
I had the thing like this. I was holding it up to my chin so the ball would not hit my neck because the catcher couldn't catch. I was like this. This is how I looked like. Yeah, I'm not bringing it back. No way. Clams.
No, it looks uncomfortable for the umpires. I mean, they got to stand behind the dish over there, like 9 innings times 2 is 18. 3.5, 4 hours.
I got 2 more. Paul, you're going to go first on this one. It's a 2-parter. This Week in Baseball, are you bringing it back?
Yeah, I love that.
And who would be the new host of This Week in Baseball?
Boy.
I'll come back.
Wait,
you
no,
guys
I just
part.
I
was
just
going
thought
to say, you guys want to think about the second part because,
I thought of someone.
Okay.
Bob Costas.
Nice. That's good. Clams.
Yeah, I liked it This Week of Baseball. Maybe give David Cohn a shot.
David Cohn. Interesting. Kurt.
Yes. It's tough with who.
I'll come back to you. We'll go to Sis.
Absolutely. And the guy that should do the show is Joey Clams. Hands down.
You don't.
Hands down.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
double
I'm
down.
I'm not even joking.
We're really saying Jose Canseco, LOL. I'm gonna go, Kenny. I'm gonna go. I like the Costas. Whoever said the Costas, I like
Costas is good. That was a good one.
I like that.
And then my last one, Kurt, I'll start with you. Does Pete Rose need to come back, or are we keeping him in the shack?
Bring him back. Everyone else who cheated's okay. Bring him back.
Sis.
I agree with Kurt. Everybody else cheated. Bring them back.
And Paul.
Keep him in the shack.
Interesting. And Clams.
Pete Rose is a gentleman. I met him at Shea Stadium. We were waiting for the players by the bathroom, and the cops told us to get out of it. Pete says, no. He signed our autograph. He says, guys, get home safe. And Pete used to bet in one of my offices. Johnny Franco used to.
He knew there was a catch on that one, boy.
He was a big football bettor. Johnny Franco used to got him the number, and he used to
Johnny
bet
boy.
us. Yeah,
That's funny.
the gentleman Pete Rose.
I'll bring Pete
That's
Rose
how you
back.
play the game. That's how you should be. Everybody should be playing the game like Pete Rose.
All these other athletes that are doing things that are illegal and getting back into sports, and Pete Rose needs to be back, in my opinion. The player, anyway. If you don't want, get him into the Hall of Fame for what he did as a player, it's time. That was my little bring it back, keep it in the shack for you guys. Little fun little baseball segment there, Kurt.
Nice.
Okay.
I know now we got Clams on for what the real reason we brought Clams on tonight. Kurt, I'll let you run it.
Yeah, let's bang this out in a couple of minutes, Clams. AL East. Give me who you would play, and I'll give you the number of what they are. AL East.
I like the way the Blue Jays are set up
Okay.
to win the American League East.
That's plus 170.
Yeah.
All right. AL Central.
All you guys were picking the White Sox, so you guys are jinx. I'm going to go with the Twins now. You changed my mind.
Okay. Plus 500. AL West.
Here's my team, Seattle Mariners. Good young team, young shortstop Crawford. They got a great center fielder. They got the third baseman from the Reds. And my guy to win the Cy Young is Lucas Gilbert. Good value on him.
Plus
Look for the
450.
Mariners to win the division. Great value.
All right. NL East.
What are they, Kurt?
Plus 450. Wow. Plus 450. Are you going to make Paul Rosen a happy guy? You taking the Mets?
I got them in the playoffs, but I'm going to take the Phillies. I think the Mets are going to, with the pitching staff a little banged up right now, but they'll get into the playoffs. I'm going to take the Phillies.
I like that, Joe. I like the way the Phillies are set up with the National League being the DH now. They got Kyle Schwarber there as their DH.
Yeah.
That's going to be
I think that might be
American League
I think that's
lineup.
the toughest division in baseball.
That Phillies team has that American League lineup, and that's going to be dangerous.
And the Mariners can pitch. The Mariners got some good young arms.
Virilli's
toughest
asking.
division in baseball.
Virilli's asking when, where, and how can you get a little pick me up for the body?
We're running a couple minutes. late.
Virilli's fired up. All right. Central. NL Central.
Appreciate it.
Milwaukee Brewers all the way. Best pitching staff in baseball right now.
Plus, actually, they are minus 170.
Yeah, and they got the best. You know what? They got the best bullpen too. That's a combination of starting pitching, and I got Peralta winning the Cy Young in the National League.
Okay. Are you going to lay the minus 250 with the Dodgers?
No, I'm going to go with the Padres to win that division.
Padres at plus 380.
That's another
And
one. I like,
Manny Machado, 35-1 to win the MVP. He's going to carry the team for the first half, and I like Manny Machado. He's in best shape of his life this year.
All right, give me a sleeper in the AL.
Seattle was a little bit of a sleeper.
Yeah.
Kurt, I think he's got it with Seattle. I mean,
Yeah.
Seattle's a sleeper in my opinion.
Well, here's my wild card teams. I'm gonna go with the Yankees. Gonna go with the White Sox.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with the Angels.
All right. Angels a little sleeper. Give me the NL wild cards.
NL wild cards. I'm gonna go Mets, Braves, and Dodgers.
All right. Give me your ALCS.
My ALCS is gonna be Yankees and White Sox.
Okay. NL.
NL is gonna be Brewers and Padres.
And your World Series.
It's gonna be Brewers and White Sox.
And your champ.
Milwaukee Brewers, the Brew Crew.
There you go.
Harvey's Wall Bangers.
There you go, Mr. Clams. I like it. MVPs, you had Manny Machado, right?
Manny Machado. And I like Aaron Judge at 18-1. I think he's 18-1 in the American League to win the American MVP. I like that's pretty good value. He's going to have a good year. He'll get up to 40 homers. He's going to carry the Yankees. And, they're all drinking their Ovaltine now, after baseball had the strike. Every time after a strike, all of a sudden everybody gets good again. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to say, but we know what we're talking about.
Virilli saying
juice.
saying if you guys had this show and we played APBA baseball in high school, we wouldn't have much research because you guys give all the info. ABA baseball was great.
Yeah.
Real quick, Joey Clams, real quick, give me a couple opening day plays that you want.
Yeah. I like the Cubbies tomorrow, plus 1.5 runs, plus 105.
Okay.
And I like the Astros plus 115 tomorrow. They're plus 115 on the they're playing the Angels tomorrow night. That's the only two I got.
Okay.
Right now because it's a little short schedule.
Okay.
Now, Cubbies plus 1.5 runs. That's going to be tight game, 3-2, 4-3, 2-1 like that. So I'll take the Cubbies plus 1.5 runs. And here's a little tip for you guys who bet on baseball. If you bet the run line, don't bet the home team on the run line because they only get 8 at bats.
You lose the inning.
Yeah, you lose the inning.
Half inning.
Yeah, you lose the at bat, so you don't get that.
All right.
Even if they got a 2-run lead going into the ninth, there's that old. You know how you get. Kurt knows probably. He knows that if it's 4-2, you got it, and here comes the home run. It's 4-3, game over.
Yep.
And you never get back to the plate.
Never get the chance, Mr.
Kirkpatrick. You got my Masters pick, right?
Oh, your Mel. Give us your Masters.
Give us a Masters pick.
I texted him, so read them to me because I don't want to look on the phone again.
Okay. I did a little Masters too, and I took Mr. Koepka. So when Joey Clam said that's good, I'm a little happy on that one. Joey Clams gave me this morning. He has Koepka, Cantley, Fleetwood, Zalatoris, Burns, and Burns.
Fleetwood's from across the pond, and he's used to playing in the wind and the rain, and he's always around the top 10, the top 5. He's always there. So here's how you bet this: you bet 3 units on the top 10. Just say if you got a $120 bankroll, so you put $10 on the top 10, you put like $8 on the top 5, and then you put $4, $5 on to win it outright. And if the guy wins it outright, you're going to hit 3 bets. You're going to even if you hit the top 10, you're going to make your money back. And if you hit 2 of them, a top 5 and a top 10, you make more than that. And then if somebody wins, you triple your money. We hit a couple of weeks ago. We had the 65-1 shot, and we hit that. So
almost like let me tell you something.
since playing golf, when you watch that, it's the best. You go nuts. You root against everybody. Remember in Caddyshack? Miss it.
That's it.
Miss
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. You miss it. You go nuts.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Clams. I think
Joey,
that's
thanks for joining us tonight. Joe, anytime you want to come on Wednesdays with us, just reach out to me, Sis, or Kurt, because we
You're
are
in.
going to take some time off on Thursdays. We're going to do some Thursday shows still, but with baseball season, it's kind of hard to do a wagering show, with games every day. It's kind of hard. So we're going to slow down on Thursday during the summer months a little bit. But anytime on Wednesday you want to join us and hang out with us, you give us some guided bets.
And during the day, I'll get some props on say pitches over and unders with the strikeouts or totals on the game.
okay.
Kurt, is it all right? I sent it to you and you put it up on the bulletin
Yep,
board?
absolutely.
Or are you going to do it after the game? So which
Probably
one are you
after
gonna-
the probably after the
All
game.
right, that's good. You got Monday's newspaper.
Yeah, anytime you want to join us, Joe, you're more
All right, no
welcome as
problem.
always.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks
Joey,
joining
for
us.
everything.
All right. Good luck, guys.
Take care,
All right,
Joey.
thank you.
All right, Paulie, the boogie down Bronx.
The one and only.
There you go, Joey.
Boogie on down.
All right, Mr. Kirkpatrick.
A beer
All right.
man.
So Kurt, we're gonna have to go a couple minutes overtime tonight, but we got to do it. We got to do it. We got to get our predictions.
Yep.
We got to finish our predictions, and then we got to finish off with Bronco Mania.
Okay,
So we
perfect.
could probably get this done in about 10 minutes.
All right, awesome. Jacob
That's good.
Jacob Traeger saying, "Let's go Yankees." What's up, everyone?
What's up, Jacob? Thanks for
Hey.
joining.
Go ahead, Mr. Kirkpatrick or Paul. You're
Paul, you're back
Yeah.
on.
okay.
Okay, so National League, I think division. Do we do wild card?
We
Yes.
did wild card. We
Okay.
got to do
All right, so we'll do
championship
Kurt,
series.
Sis.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do Kurt, Sis, and then Kenny. Kurt, who do you like in the championship series?
I'm gonna drink the Kool-Aid. I'll probably regret this, but I'm gonna go Blue Jays over the Astros in the AL. And in the NL, I'm gonna take what's gonna be the two best teams in baseball come postseason time: the Dodgers over the Mets.
And World Series winner?
Dodgers over the Blue Jays.
Okay. Sis?
I'm going to take the Astros over the Jays. I'm going to take the Dodgers over the Mets.
And your World Series winner?
I'm going to say Dodgers.
Kenny?
You guys are gonna laugh at me.
Yep.
Yankees and Blue Jays in the American League. Yankees beat the Blue Jays. Braves and Mets in the National League. Mets beat the Braves. We're going to have Subway Series Part
Nice.
2 in 2022. And the winner, of course, I got to go Yankees.
Right.
Two
I would
quick
love
questions,
that.
Paul. Real quick, Coach Breslin, is Russell Wilson going to the Blue Jays? Nope. Russell Wilson will be throwing out the pitch. And Rich Gatwicka, what's up, boys? Dodgers have no chance this year.
What's up, Richie? Thanks for joining. I was hoping you would have joined tonight. We had the baseball preview.
I will go. Let me just say, I will go Rays versus Yankees. Sorry, Sis and Kenny. Rays beat the Yankees. Giants as a wild card, and Dodgers. Giants beat the Dodgers, and my World Series winner is it may not be the New York Football Giants, but it'll be the San Francisco
Close
Giants.
enough.
That's a nice little.
Yeah,
they're probably
it's a
going to be
nice
a nice
little
little
sleeper.
sleeper tonight. So they're probably like the fifth or sixth on the board odds wise to win it in the National League alone.
Yeah, and I had the Mariners actually as a wild card team.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, do we have time to do MVP and?
Yeah, let's do that real quick, Kurt. Let's do
Okay.
our
Okay.
MVPs.
Go ahead, Kurt, Sis, and then Kenny.
Ooh, AL MVP, I'm going to take Vlad with Toronto. Again, like they were talking about, you guys were talking about, some guys are going to have less players, right? They go to Toronto, some guys can't play. So I'm going to take Vlad. In the NL, I'm going to go your boy, Paul. Big bounce back. Mr. Lindor earns his money in New York.
Wow.
I'm taking Lindor.
Okay. Sis.
I'm going to take American League Otani, the pitcher and the hitter.
Good one.
Yep.
Mr. VG Guerrero. Valdemar Guerrero.
Jacob saying, I think this is the year Yankees win the World Series. Richie's taking Olsen is the NL MVP.
It's a good one.
Okay.
I got
Kenny?
a sneaky one in the American League. Wander Franco for the Rays.
Hmm.
And in the National League, I mean, Joey Clams caught my eye when he said Manny Machado. I like the Padres this year, and Tatis is going to be out half the year. Machado is the guy that's going to step up. I'm going to go with that. I like that pick, and I'm jumping on the Clams bandwagon on that one. Manny Machado, MVP in the National League.
Okay. It came down to me, either Vlad or Ohtani's teammate, Mike Trout. So I'm going to go with Mike Trout to win the MVP. Bounce back year for him.
This could be a good year for him.
Yeah, I think so. And in the National League, it came down for me either Harper or Mookie Betts. I'm going to go Mookie Betts as a Dodgers MVP. Okay. Cy Young.
I'm going to go AL. I'm going to take Giolito from the White Sox because I just think they're going to win so many games. He's going to have 22, 23 wins. And NL, I'm going to take Bueller from the Dodgers. Again, they're going to have so many wins. He's going to be, he's electric. I'll take, those are my two I'm going to take.
This
Verlander, American. Kurt stole my thunder. I'm going to take Bueller in the National.
I'm going to go National League first, between two, and I'm going to go Max Scherzer is going to get it for the Mets. My other guy I had there was Max Fried, but I'm going to go Scherzer in the National League, and I'm going to go American League. I'm going to take a sneaky play on the Rays if he stays healthy. Tyler Glasnow.
Okay. Well, it came down to the American League to one of your players, Jarrett Cole, and I'm going to go with him over Verlander as my own winner in the American League. And in the National League, to bring back an old movie, Bueller. Welcome.
Yep.
That was on the Andy Griffith Show.
Was
Richie's saying nice pick, Kenny, with your Cy Young pick, and he's saying if the Mets win the division, Scherzer is going to get the Cy Young, Paul.
Yeah.
His mount to, let's see.
So that was our little Major League Baseball preview, Kurt.
Yep.
Guys, let's end the show tonight with some Bronco Mania for our guy Briggs.
Okay.
Tonight, Kurt, I got for you 10 quick hitter questions. And I got Sis and Paul going to answer as Giant fans the same question, but as a Giants fan.
Okay.
My first question to Carl. Start each of these with Kurt since it's Bronco Mania. Kurt, your favorite Bronco all time? Simple start off.
Mr. Elway.
Sis, your favorite Giant of all time?
Lawrence Taylor.
Paul, your favorite Giant of all time?
It's the Eli Manning.
Kurt, your favorite current Bronco?
Russell Wilson.
Fair enough. I was going to say, you could say Russell Wilson. Sis, your favorite current Giant?
Del Schaffner. All joking aside, I'm going to say my boy, Barkley.
Real quick, Rich is saying I have a vintage Bronco pennant on eBay and not one bid. LOL. No love for the Broncos. I got to check it out. I might be the bidder.
You could go bid, Kurt.
I might have to.
Paul, how about you? Your favorite current Giant?
Boy, this is a hard question. I'm going to say the X-Man right now.
Okay, I like that one. My favorite current Giant is Blake Martinez. My favorite Giant of all time is Mark Bavaro. Kurt, your most memorable moment as a Broncos fan?
Super Bowl 32, defeating the Packers for our first title.
Okay. Again, I'm surprised you didn't say the time we went to Giant Stadium and we
Hell
had
no.
the fake tickets and we were underneath the stadium with 50 other people trying to get in with fake tickets.
Bless you.
And Sis, your most memorable Giant moment could be
Colts.
as a player trying out.
Colts, Giants, 1958 championship. I was 6 years old watching it in front of a black and white television set in Newark, New Jersey.
My dad was in the upper deck of
that
Yankee
game.
Stadium in that game.
Wow.
Sis, Paul, how about you?
In Glendale, Arizona, watching the New York Football Giants beat the undefeated New England Patriots to win 42.
Yeah, that would be mine for sure. That's great. Kurt, simple one. Either or. Mile High Stadium or Invesco Field?
Mile High Stadium.
Sis, the old Giants Stadium or MetLife?
City Stadium in Newark on Bloomfield Avenue.
This is starting to get delirium now. Paul, how about you?
I can say PS 100 in the Bronx, but only Joey Clams would know that. Giant Stadium, without a doubt.
Okay. Kurt, this is more for you than the other guys. Would you eat a Rocky Mountain oyster for a Super Bowl victory?
No. No shot.
Sis, I'll change the question for us. Sis, would you rather have a New York pretzel or a New York bagel?
A New York bagel.
Real quick, Rich is saying my biggest game was NFC Championship in '86, January 87, Giants, Washington, when the Giants blanked Washington.
I was at that game, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Windiest game of all time.
Paul, would you eat a Rocky Mountain oyster for a Super Bowl victory?
Absolutely. I would eat 2 of them.
Kurt, your favorite uniform scheme that the Broncos wear?
The Blues. The blue pants. I'm sorry, white pants, blue jerseys, and the Color Rush jersey, which is kind of the old helmet with the D, but the blue one, like the dark blue.
Dark blue, yep. Sis, what's your favorite uniform of the Giants?
The white pants with the red stripes, the blue helmets, the old New York emblem on the blue helmet.
Paul, what's your favorite?
The visiting uniform that they wear now, the gray pants, the red and blue stripe, the white jersey with the red stripe on the sleeve, and the blue Giant NY, the old Giant NY, not the one that we have now.
I like the old white away uniforms with the old 80s Giant helmet, the dark blue with the Giants written across.
Right.
Helmet. Kurt, I got a couple more and we'll finish the show.
Okay.
Kurt, name a Bronco you would like to see in the Broncos Hall of Fame.
The Broncos Ring of Fame?
Yeah.
I'm going to be sentimental. I'm going to go DT, Demaryius Thomas.
Sis, a Giant that should be either in the Hall of Fame or the Giants Hall of Fame. I got one.
Mendenhall.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll let Paul go, and then I'll tell you mine.
Yeah, I have one that I'm not understanding why he's not. Leonard Marshall.
Yeah,
Leonard Marshall's good. I was thinking little older, Brad Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Rich is saying Jesse Armstead.
I think Van Pelt is in the Ring of Honor.
Is he? Okay.
And I think Jesse Armstead is also.
Okay.
But I'll look it up.
Couple more, Kurt. Broncos prediction this year, record-wise.
12-5.
Sis, Giants record this year.
7-10.
How much is Sis? 7-10. Paul.
It has nothing to do with the coach, believe me. I think 5 or 6 wins. And I think it's just more reflective of the kind of talent they've had because of the cap issue.
My last 2, Kurt.
Okay.
Who's the most underrated Bronco, current Bronco? Who's the most current underrated Bronco on the current team? Most underrated Bronco on the current team.
Tim Patrick.
Sis, how about our Giants? Who's underrated?
Homer Jones.
Well, who's underrated on our Giants? He names it.
Rich is saying 8-8 for your Giants, by the way.
Kenny doesn't even know who Homer Jones is.
I don't. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
One of the best receivers they ever had, number 80, 82, 85, I forgot.
Yeah. Boy, underrated. I like your Blake Martinez. I think he's underrated.
I like that. I think that I agree. I think he's underrated. I think he's going to have a nice little bounce back here. My last one for you, Kurt.
Okay.
Give me the Broncos Mount Rushmore.
Mount
Top
Rushmore.
The 4 guys you would put on Mount Rushmore if you would have.
Tough, very tough. I'm going to go Elway, Manning, Von Miller, Terrell Davis.
Leaving Sharp out of there.
I have to.
Yeah. Von Miller, huh? That's
Won us a Super Bowl, Mr. Kirkpatrick. Won us a Super Bowl.
Sis.
Lawrence Taylor, Mr. Sims, Rivero, and I'm going to say, the middle linebacker, 53, his name is escaping.
Harry Carson.
Harry Carson, thank you. Those 4.
Paul, you get the honor of your Mount Rushmore to end us.
Okay. LT, of course. My second favorite Giant of all time, Phil Simms, Eli, and last but not least, the Giffer, Frank Gifford.
Nice. All right, Mr. Valenti, that concludes my little Bronco Mania for you guys tonight. Like to include the Giants.
Who's your Mount Rushmore?
LT, Sims, Manning, like you guys. There's so many guys you could put in there in the 4th spot. I'll go.
Rich is saying LT, Sims, Y.A. Tittle, and Harry Carson.
Y.A. Tittle. Yeah, it's another one.
I'm going to go Harry Carson. I'm going to go guys I've seen play.
Good Harry, keep the change.
All right, Mr. Kirkpatrick. Like I said, we do final thoughts. I will go first. Okay? Everybody enjoy opening day. You guys are really big baseball fans. I don't really have a team. I like watching, but I don't really have a team. So my opening day is going to consist. You guys obviously enjoy it on tomorrow, Paul. You guys, Yankee fans on Friday. Mary Lenny saying Strahan. My opening day is going to be
Strahan's a good one.
My opening day is going to be 4:10 on Friday. Dodgers at Rockies, and I'm going to watch for the first time, introduced in Colorado, Russell freaking Wilson. That's all I care about. Paul.
Great show, guys. Baseball's back, and it's interesting when it was still on strike. We were bitching and moaning, and we're never going to watch another game, and now it's back, and we're excited like 10-year-old kids. Anyway, as a Mets fan, I'm going to be cautiously optimistic. Let's see how it goes, and we'll go from there.
Mr. Sis.
I think you hit it on the head. Enjoy the Masters, #1. Root Tiger on. Enjoy the baseball. And I'll be having my own show tomorrow night if anybody wants to join me at 6 o'clock.
All right, perfect, Sis. I'll set you up, Sis. Solo Sis. And Mr. Kirkpatrick, finish us off.
Solo Sis. I like
Solo Sis. I love it.
No, you guys nailed it. It was a great show tonight. Had a lot of fun.
There's 3 questions. Excuse me, though. You'll have to keep your wife and your children locked up. But go ahead.
Great show. Thanks to our guests and our audience for interacting tonight. A lot of fun. Hour and a half flew by. We went a little overtime, but we're happy to do it. And look forward to next week and the games tomorrow. Like I said earlier, we're going to be taking a little time off here and there from Wits and Wagers on Thursdays, but we will do some shows here and there. If you guys got any ideas for us, you want us to do a show on a certain topic, we'll throw it out there on a Thursday. Just let us know.
Virilli is saying Coach Sis show would be a hit. So,
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Varilli.
all right, boys. Have a good
Have a
night.
good night, guys.
Enjoy
Good night.
Major League.
Thank you, guys.
Good night, Paulie.
Good night. Good night, Eddie Sis.